Hello friends, how are you? In this video we'll talk about organization of records in files. Now the way to organize records in files are as follows. Now heap file organization, sequential file organization and hashing file organization. So we will see one by one. So first one is what? Heap file organization. Now any record can be placed anywhere in the file where there is a space for the records. Now there is no ordering of records. Typically there is a single file for each relation. Now this is what our one file is there, and say we have a database, we need to store the information about the students. Okay, so here we have to store the roll number and the name. Okay, so in heap file organization we do not consider anything, we just place the data whenever it is free. So if the space is free, you just place the data. So that is what heap file organization. Definitely data should be not in order. Okay, so and here we can see this one. So this is what free slot. So this is what header of the file. So the next free slot is what? This one. Next free slot is what? This one, and this is, and next free slot is this one. After that there is no free slot, and the records are in here. These are the records present in this particular file. Now, so in a heap file organization, we place the data anywhere in the file. Next is what? Sequential file organization and hashing file organization. Now, records are stored in sequential order according to the value of the search key of each record. Now we can see here, say this is what our one file is there, student information, where roll number and name are there. So here we store based on the roll number. Okay, so the values are, so here search key will be the roll number. Okay, through which we have to search, and according to roll number, in order of roll number, the roll numbers are stored in order. So first roll number is 1 Asha, second 2 Lata, 3 Kishore, 4 Manna, 5 Hemant, and so on. Next is what? Hashing file organization. A hash function is computed on some attribute of each record. The result of the hash function specifies in which block of the file the record should be placed. So already we know what is hash function. Now here we use simple hash function. Suppose roll number is 90. So 90, now first of all you just see this particular memory file. Here we divide the file into blocks, already you know. So this is what? Block 0. Okay, this is what? Up to block 1, next block 2, and so on. Now 90 modulo 10, this modulo 10 is nothing but the hash function. Okay, and 90 is the key. So 90 modulo hash function 10, 0. So 0 is nothing but the block number, it indicates the 0th block. So here we store 90 and the name, say Ravi. Here we can put, similarly 60 roll number modulo 10, 0. So here we can put 60. Okay, say Ram. Similarly 71 modulo 10 hash function. So it is what? 1, answer will be 1. So here we put 1. So this is for the block number 1. This is here we store for 1 if the answer is 1. Similarly 82 modulo 10, it is 2. So here we put in the second block 82. 42 modulo 10, 2, it is here we store 42, and so on. So this is nothing but our hashing file organization. This is nothing but our sequential file organization. Next, sequential file organization. A sequential file is designed for efficient processing of records in sorted order based on some search key. So we have seen here. So we stored the data based on search key, say roll number. For fast retrieval of records in search key order, records are changed together by pointers. Okay, so here all the records are stored in pointer, means what? Here the address of the second record is there, here address of the third record is there. Are you getting this one? Now to minimize the number of block access in sequential file processing, we store records physically in search key order or as close to search key order as possible. Okay, so here we store the file in search key order. Okay, so here roll number according to roll number to minimize the block access. Now the order will be lost and file should be reorganized so that it is once again physically in sequential order. Such reorganization is time consuming process. Now you can see here, okay, let say roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are there. Now suppose roll number 3 and 6 wants to leave this particular college. So that place is what? Vacant. Okay. So that means what? There is a pointer. So this is what? File header. Okay. So first file header. Now here we store address of the first vacant place. Here we store address of the second vacant place, and so on. And here the first roll number, so address of second roll number is what? Next student will be what? Next student will be this one. Okay, after that next student, address of this next student will be this one. The address of next student will be this one. After that, end of student. Are you getting this one? But so this, now see. Now suppose new student came into the to enter into this college, and suppose new student has taken a admission, say roll number 8 and Arijit. So here we put the, here the vacant place is there, here we can put the roll number and name. But now we can see this is not in order. So we have to reorganize the table. Okay, on daily basis or say frequently we have to reorganize the table so that the search key should be is in once again it is in order. One concept is there that is called multi-table clustering file organization. We can see what is that. A multi-table clustering file organization is a file organization such as that stored related records of 2 or more tables in each block. So here we store related tables in a single block. We just see how it is possible. Such a file organization allows to read records that would satisfy the join condition by using one block read and to process that particular query more efficiently. Are you getting this one? Now see, here we keep those tables together and store into the single block to satisfy the join condition easily. Okay, so that suppose we need, if we need a join condition, by accessing one block or single block we can get all the records. So by implementing multi-table clustering file organization, we can reduce the number of block access. That means what? We increase the efficiency. Now we can see one simple example. Let two tables are there, say allotment table and student table, where name and subject ID are there. Raj, Kamal. Okay, S1, S2, S1, S3, S4, these are the subject ID, and this is nothing but the name. And here the name, father's name, and say address are there. Say Raj, Kamal, Patna. Okay, Kumar, Gaurav, Jammu. Now suppose list the name, father name, subject list, and address of all the students. Now so to implement this one, we have to merge these two tables. And now suppose to merge this one, we can use this particular relational algebra, natural join, allotment, natural join student. Okay, now suppose if this particular operation is frequent, we can merge these two tables and we can create a single table. This single table is called multi-table clustering file organization. So we can see here Raj, Kamal, Patna. This is what one information for the student table. Next three data are from allotment table. Next data is what? From the student table, and next data is what? From the allotment table. And we can keep track like this way. Say from here we store address data of the next student. Okay, from the student table. Patna, next student from the student table is what? This one. After that there is no record. Are you getting this one? And these are the data which are from the allotment table. So that means what? We organize a table in such a that now their whole data is stored in a single block, so that while merging is required, so by single block access we can retrieve all the data. But use of clustering of multiple table into a single file has processing of a particular join. Particular join means what? This particular join. Okay, so it's very processing is high, but it result in slowing processing of other types of query. Okay, now that means what? Now it is a complex type of table. Okay, now suppose you want to apply any other type of query. Okay, then it will be high. The query cost will be high. You getting this one? And database designer decides what are the tables we have to keep merged. Okay, what are the tables we should keep together, and that these are relational algebra which are used frequently. So in that case we can we can merge these two tables and we can keep in a single block. So database designer decide this one. Okay, so that is the end of this particular video. Thank you very much.